Jellylegs, welcome. Blaine, hello. Davis Swan and Untamable Wolfie, welcome.
I just need to look over my deck and remember what's in it.
So we've got Obstagoon, we've got Dark, Arceus, we've got sorry, this is Single Strike, not Arceus and Bronze.
Yeah,
Single Strike.
Single Strike.
And then Arceus Duraludon. And I will commence.
And I will panic. I think it's been interesting going away from the best of one that we have played in the gauntlets and going towards best of threes, because I think it really highlights the power of Mew a lot more, even though Mew was winning like most of its gauntlet games.
Yeah, Mew had one. I guess Mew had one every single game anyway, but yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think seeing a Manaphy means I can somewhat assume Choice Band is a fairly safe discard. What else do I want to discard here? Well, let's do a deck search first. We will get one of these. And we'll also do this with this and this. Getting rid of a lot of tablets early is a bit spooky, but the real question is, do I go for a Genesect or do I go for a Mew? We have a lot more outs to Mew. So let's do this. Let's do this, and we'll draw 2.
So, Captain Jack, you can actually see the scoreboard on the left is yesterday's scoreboard.
I'll pass to you. Yeah, so we beat Sefetch 2-1. We lost to Single Prize Dark 2-0. Beat Gengar 2-1. Beat Suicune Hammers 2-1. I think the only somewhat illegitimate games were the Gengar games because it was like a double brick. But Gengar does do that, so you have to assume like probably 1-1 of that series was considered accurate. Maybe the second brick isn't always going to happen, but it will happen sometimes. I think most of the other matchups were fairly real. I don't remember anything being too scuffed about them. Single Prize Dark 2-0'd Mew. It did indeed. I actually, even though, so we've chosen the decks based on the statistics.
Play Limitless.
Play Limitless? Trainer Hill?
Well, Play Limitless, yeah.
Really quite hilariously, I've managed to draw all of my energy cards and not really very many playable cards. So we are going to be booting this Manaphy.
Yeah, it was basically the Cawthorn deck that 2-0'd.
Genesect can attack 2 people. I'll draw a card. I'll draw a card with this. Oh. And I'll echo for the prize.
Yes.
Yeah, so Single Prize Dark was the Cawthorn deck. Yeah, we chose the matchups based on Play Limitless's worst matchups for Mew. Sirfetch'd was the worst matchup, and then it was Single Prize Dark. But I actually believe Sirfetch'd is probably a better matchup. After playing it, I think it's probably a better matchup for Mew than Single Prize Dark is. It's just there's a lot less games, so with the amount of games, statistically it's worse. Will we see Arceus Duraludon today? That will be the final deck Joe's playing into Mew, because that has the closest 50-50 pre-Brilliant Stars. It's actually probably further into the like 60s maybe for, or maybe not quite 60, but maybe 60 to be honest, for Arceus post-Brilliant Stars. But yeah.
So Obstagoon actually can't KO a Meloetta even with weakness, which is quite funny.
That's great news.
So I'm gonna have to try and hit you with a Lanoon here. But I haven't drawn an energy card, so that's great. And I also haven't drawn any more Search for Zigzagoons. That's brilliant. Oh, Bob, it's your go. It's another game where I'm gonna have to like 3-shot a Meloetta. Feels bad. Stage 2 deck at its finest. You know. Just because someone's loud about a deck on Twitter doesn't make it a deck.
Rose for 2. Rather hilariously, I can't remember what Obstagoon's attacks do. One of them stops me from using an attack, and the other one does more damage if I'm damaged.
Yes.
I'm a genius. Genesect number 1 for...
The only good news in all this is all your fusion energies are
yes.
committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, we don't think it's actually a good deck either. We just wanted more decks to be part of the gauntlet for Mew.
Genesect number 2 for 2.
It more so just adds to our argument that Mew is crazy and everything else is not.
3, 4, 5.
Excited to see a world of 20 players. Well, that's just not true to start things off. Jack's done a long tweet about what he thinks about it, and I think we have very similar opinions on it.
It probably comes across somewhat entitled from me, but...
Yeah.
You know. I will KO.
I think I mostly feel bad for the people who are like kind of close, but
I think
actually, like can't attend a regional or are busy over EUIC weekend. I think that's when it's like actually bad.
For sure.
But
People in like that 150 to 250 range. Well, like 100 to 200 range.
But there'll be people complaining that would never have got to Worlds anyway, and I just don't have much sympathy for those people.
Oh, I need to take a prize as well, don't I? Oh, wait. Did I draw... I took this instead of drawing a prize. You're right.
Wait, what?
I took my top deck instead of taking a prize.
Yes. So I've double incensed. I will do 4 shady deals.
That drawing a top deck card instead of a prize card is almost as bad as drawing a card from your opponent's deck.
So I'm going to triple deal like this, and
Pretty sure only one of the worlds has 64 players total. Yeah, but that was back when it was harder to get an invite, right? This world will still have like hundreds of people attend.
I'm actually just going to deal for a ton of basics, I think. No. Let's go... you know what? I still need... Oh, man. We'll go like this, actually.
Yeah. I know, Ben, I know. I personally don't have a problem with a small worlds event, but I know I'm probably in the minority.
I don't think you're in that much of a minority, honestly. Plus, it's the right minority to be part of, Jack.
Wasn't being serious. No, I know you were right.
That's horrific.
To be honest, so this is something that, it was always gonna come up, right? Every day we street. Seriously, whenever some controversial news comes out, it always seems to be on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Thursday, and I'm always like, oh, people are gonna hate Like, people are gonna hate our opinions because usually we disagree with people. But yeah, no, I wasn't like. I know you weren't being serious. Whatever anyone would have said today, Ryan, this would have come up at some point during a stream. So don't worry about like worrying you were serious or whatever. It's nothing to worry about. You link your Twitter so I can read the thing. Sure.
It is maybe your go. Let's think about it. Yes, it's your go.
Brilliant. Let me. Oh, Ben beat me to my own Twitter. That's embarrassing. I'll draw. Okay. I'm trying to work out whether I can have a. What's my best line of winning here? Is it crumbing your engine, or is it trying to get rid of your evolutions? I'd really feel a lot more comfortable if I hadn't had to spend 2 fusion energy on a Genesect, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hand size? A lot.
8.
How have you got that many? That's loads.
A Cynthiad.
That's actually loads. I'm going to rope.
Actually, not even right. I'll just give you one of these. Look at him. Can't give you him. Look at him.
So I'm kind of scared of net for double shady, but you probably have Goon attacks for 1, doesn't it, as well? That is... Is Goon broken? Goon might just be broken.
You can't KO Meloetta, Jack.
I tell you what, you're right. Goon might be broken. Okay. Give me.
He's
this
back.
Guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I just needed to burn cards, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm following. I get it.
I'll draw 2.
Oricorio shuts down the goo.
And it's shut down.
It's mostly that shuts down the goon. The fusion strike energies are pretty good. Yeah, I can see a lot of reason to play Oricorio. It's a shame because I think it actively makes your deck quite substantially worse. I guess it's only worse when it comes into play, but it's a really big tech card that it might be worth cutting a consistency spot.
Draw 2 with my final Genesect. We're basically going to reset the turn and I'll take the KO here.
We're back where we started.
We're back where we started, but at least I've dug through the deck a little bit, I guess. It feels so weird that I realistically did nothing on the board that turn. But it would have been, my intention was to try and attack with a Genesect. And I think that would have been way better.
Genesect. Ooh.
Stop.
Here come the lads.
Genesect.
The inhale.
Yeah, it's the inhale.
Dear me. I will Big Shady.
Oh, it does play 2 of those.
Ooh.
Ooh. This may be a dumb question, but does the return of limited events exactly equal that online won't be used for stuff this year? No. But I'll be surprised because we're so late into a season. We're already halfway through a season and we don't have PTC Live yet. And I don't... Now we know Live is like on the horizon. I don't think they'll want to announce anything with PTCGO. But it wouldn't... I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility. Look at the small of him. Look at the absolute small of him.
Using stage 2s. So I will fan this. Try and make life a little bit more awkward for you. And I will merciless strike you down.
Striking me down. Mercilessly struck me down. I'll burn a switch.
Sure. It depends how they do the whole PTCG Live CP thing. It just depends on how they would do it. They could do it in so many ways. It could be like last chance qualifiers just on PTCG Live or something. Because there's arguments for it to not even provide CP. Because it's still like excluding people who are new. Whereas if you had like big scale online events and made it LCQs, it would be like giving everyone the chance to still make a day 1. Depends what they want out of it, really. My sobs.
Yeah. I'll draw another 2. And I'll jump back into the deck. That strike would be merciless, wouldn't it? Yeah, that one. Have I taken a prize card? No, I haven't. I even get a prize card. Busted. Would we have quarrel with players being able to earn CP on PTC Live? It depends on how much they could earn. I don't know. Probably no. I don't know. Pokemon
quarrel.
Pokemon is an in-person game. Like Pokemon is an in-person game. It not always has been, but it always has been until the pandemic. So it feels weird to be able to earn an invite for an in-person game by not attending an in-person event until Worlds.
It's just the angles that they go for, right? It depends what they want to achieve out of it.
Because here's an interesting question. Do you think the Players' Cups would... I'm almost certain the Players' Cups would not have been as popular had they not been released in a pandemic era.
You may not use Techno Blast.
What? Oh, that's rude.
Silence.
Silence. I'm not listening. Silence.
Silence! I will not have it.
No. This one. Very, very important difference. Omega! Thanks so much for the sub. Really appreciate it.
Silence will not affect Cross Fusion Strike. No. It's a different defending Pokemon anyway.
Silence. That's staying right there.
You're doing a lot of talking over there, Jack.
Oh.
Silence.
Draw 3. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I've seen an alternative line of play.
Alternative to the amazingly winning spot you're already in.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll draw 1. And I will copy Cross Fusion Strike. No. Copy Techno Blast. I'll use Cross Fusion Strike to copy Techno Blast.
So that's obviously the game. It's just like every other deck that, like, if it takes me too long to deal with Meloetta, I'm still losing a race every time. And this deck's actually way worse as a dark deck because it doesn't even one-shot Mew if you fusion energy, right?
Yeah.
This has to be like the worst dark deck possible. I'll go first.
You're getting a bonus one this time.
Oh, please.
Please. Silence. Oh, you got that in there quickly, didn't you? Very clever. Very, very clever.
Go, actually.
Okay.
So you're telling me that whoever made this on Twitter could have built any other better dark deck? Silence.
sitting there thinking, this is genius. I've got a way to get fusion energy on. I can't be damaged. Oh yeah.
Hey, Shay. So Mew is winning. We're looking at Mew's perspective. So Mew is 3-1 total on series and is beating the counter decks. And you can see why.
Genesect 3.
Glad to have you here, Weather Lights. Let's get the old TTS going.
Oh, you beat me to it. You're so lucky. Let me move these cards, please. Oh, shuffle the discard while I'm at it. This probably can go here, actually, because I don't really want to be shuffling that back in later. I'll draw 4.
To beat Mew. You don't. Captain Jack, you despise Mew. Why? There's a lot of decisions they have to make while you do nothing. They have to work for it. You, Jack. I'm gonna search that and have it. It's an award-winning puzzle adventure. And you changed it by colour. Interesting. Have you heard about that video game, Jack?
What video game is this, sorry?
Hue, H-U-E.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I might have yes. Chat, how many Genesects have I used? I think I've used all 3. Whatever answer you say first is what I'll assume. So I dare you to say 0. I think I've used 3. I have to have used 3. I've got 30 cards left in my deck. I literally can't have used more than... Okay, we'll just assume I've used 3.
Please.
You think it's 2? We'll just assume I've used 3. I will KO.
I like that you're just nerfing yourself at this point and still battering me. Oh, Jack, I'm gonna get donked. I can respond on this, but what is the bloody point? Yes, I will, Merciless Strike.
Silence!
No, I can't use Silence, I'll lose.
Oh, yeah.
Just as I would lose anyway. Oh, so unlucky. Well, at least I don't have to play this deck ever again.
Great news.
Candy over here.
Obstagoon.
Right, I think we get into ones that I think people are sort of more interested in because they're like actual decks.
But what?
Hello?
You know Laura does that now. When she calls me,
God.
she leads it with, hello?
It's
horrible.
It's such a terrible meme. Right, let's give it a go. Make sure you come up to us and say, at Liverpool and say, hello.
Hello.
I will begin.
Yeah.
I think. What am I playing? Yes.
I need to move some of these cards. Have you ever played Geistorm? Thanks so much for the raid. Have you ever played where you've got stuff on your desk so you have to like hover over your keyboard? I'm having to hover.
Jack.
I'm having to hover right now, so I can't put my wrist down. So I can't get any purchase. You're going first, right? Feel free to begin.
Go! Oh, I've lost again. Bench this. Oh my word! it's your go.
Welcome everyone. Guys, Storms.
So unfair that you get to draw 40 cards and only see 7. It really is unfair.
I hate it.
Horagos Illuminion proxy.
Please.
Wouldn't change much in this instance.
Right, that means he's got supporters. Note that down. Quick.
No, so the scoreboard that you can see there is like the left-hand side is Mew's wins, and the right-hand side is the other deck's wins.
Yeah.
So Mew's only lost a series to single prize Dark so far. A great line. How's it going?
Genesect number 1.
There has been some unfortunate stuff that happens, but that is what happens in Pokemon, so we take it at face value. Been some instances where Jack's gone and done a 280 damage Meloetta from a Marnie Path.
Yeah, I think that was the one that stands out to me.
That's the funniest one for sure. That was like, I don't know why I've even bothered.
That one was comical. I think there hasn't, like, obviously Mew's been doing well, but like you can't really expect you can't. It's weird. I don't want to sit here and say like, oh, yeah, Mew's been doing well, but it's been frogging every time. This is genuinely how Mew draws sometimes.
Yeah,
obviously
I think it's more so an indictment on the other decks, right? But at the same time, Mew is like, it puts so much pressure on every deck so quickly that it makes them, like, it hurts them more than any other deck for drawing badly.
Mm-hmm.
So, path to victory, more like Monka W. What do we think about Morpeko in Single Strike? We play it in the Umbreon Urshi. Currently not playing it in Gengar, but if maybe we go away from like a path route, I could see it. He was the reason why there's a lot of full VIP pass index. I think that'll change with Ultra Ball, but currently, yes, it is. I actually should attach the balloon because I could still hit E-switch.
This is filthy. This is filthy, but again, like, this was a good Mew turn, but it's like a somewhat standard Mew turn. Nothing overly flashy about this was. Well, there was nothing overly flashy about this turn.
I'll just charge.
Charge him up. I was trying to work out which one's scarier. I think I get this one. I think I go for the Hooper. I will draw 3 cards. if I may.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually probably should have played this before. But now it looks brilliant because I couldn't have drawn many more cards without it. So, am I a genius? No, that's strictly not true, chat. I'll draw... one card. I've got the classic cram v phone debate. Do I cram? No.
You've already got everything you want, haven't you? Oh, I guess you haven't attached.
I haven't attached this turn.
But does it matter, is my question. Obviously cram, Jack. God.
Draw 2. And yeah, echo with the power.
I have the power. So, I attack, you attack, I attack, you attack. Oh. Crumbs, actually. Bong. Oh god, I can't even V-star to make you have tablets as well, or like Gust into Gust as well. Not that you played particularly many of those cards. You played one boss, no rope. I mean, I'll play here, but I mean, I've lost again, and we all know it. I need to take some damage as well, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Just in case. You weren't getting a KO. Yes, yes. This was a game where I went first as well. That's what's even more gross. Like, I feel like I went first and started a one prize, so I did the checklist. I just didn't get any Pokemon down. Like, I only put down an Eldegoss.
Stop.
That 20 might come back to bite me. I believe it. I believe it might be a problem.
Believe me, taking a KO here without needing a power might come back to bite you. I'll draw 3.
I might lose the game in every which way regardless. There's a might on that one. Definite might.
There's a
Might
mighty
be.
bean on that one. I'll draw 3. Defensive phone. Copy Techno Blast.
You haven't.
My Twitter is making my phone explode.
It's actually checkmate, because I can't counter stadium anyway, right? Yep, it's checkmate. I mean, I lose to so many cards. But it's already mate on board. Love to see it.
Cheers, mate.
Right, I'd like to go first and start with...
Well, no, you can't pick what you start. Come on. Play the hand you dealt. Can I give it one for luck?
Please. Oh, Jack! You haven't! You've done the exact opposite! You are...
Sorry, that's really not funny.
So you've lied to your friend. Bat for 2. This is fine, 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 this is fine. I wish I had more bats and... Oh, do I take a punt here? Ooh. Ooh, imagine.
Ooh.
I'm going to do this and try and stick to the checklist.
Compose yourself, Mr. Soda King says. Just compose yourself, will you?
Ooh. Right. You'll go. Right.
Enough of that. Ooh! I really am quite disappointed about the one I drew now.
Me and the boys on our way to draw another 15 cards this turn.
God, I'm dying.
I just had to sweat out drawing 2 cards in my turn, Jack, and you've... So unfair.
And you've...
I drew 2 and saw 6. Now you're going to see about a squillion and draw about a squillion. Mew is the punching bag. Mew does deserve a little head stroke, to be honest. He's done the bits here.
Draw 3.
What? What are you laughing at now? Stroke his little head. Did you play a tablet? No, you crammed a tablet.
Crammed a tablet.
Poor cat. If there's one Pokemon I wouldn't feel sorry for right now, it's Mew.
Is Mew a cat?
Well, what would you call it?
I don't know, but there's just
like any other creature,
yeah, but there's just some Pokemon that I just don't think you can.
I mean, it's a Pokemon, sure. I understand.
Victor Natty, thanks so much for the sub. No, but I'm saying there's some Pokemon that I just don't think you can.
It's just a Mew, mate.
Yeah.
It's just a Mew.
Tornadus. What's a Tornadus? He's a genie, but that's not a real thing.
Yeah.
Or is it? And CFS as well. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Darkrai Dark Patch, the true apology from you. Sorry, everyone. To fix it, we'll make every deck as fast as Mew. Sorry, everyone.
So,
a pouch on its belly.
I'll draw 3 with my last Genesect. Oh wait, is that even right? Yeah.
Look at that GCSE Spanish coming in clutch real quick.
Oh, and I've missed the attack anyway, Joe, so...
Why's the TTS thing not worked? Oh, there you go.
egg and my face. I'll pass.
Soda King, you can't. Wait, Jack missed! Wait! I've bricked!
That's 7. Excuse me? Excuse me? That's...
Oh, crap! This is going to be the thing I need as well, isn't it? Oh, okay, it's not. It was the first card, not the last card that I needed. Love to see it. Jack, I've bricked. You hear me? I've still lost this game. Jack!
Are you there? Hello?
I hope you're hearing this. I hope you're registering this. Oh, I'm still going to go down 2 prizes to start the game. For God's sake. Jack, I've bricked. You'll go.
Draw?
Wait! Training cord. Attach. What? No. Here.
You good?
Carry on, mate. Wait. He's only roping. He's not... Ooh.
Well, I can never KO this. I can have a boss and KO, right? So.
I don't know. There's double turbo potential. I don't know what's in your hand.
There is double turbo potential. You are right, actually. Can't play into double turbo potential.
I mean, Sparkle Rope is still bust here, so...
Yes. And that's my thoughts too. No.
Is there anything new in the Mew deck? Yeah,
Ultra Ball.
So Ultra Ball, very good card for the deck. Double Turbo Energy is currently a 1 count in our list. And as is Choice Belt. So it's 6 cards, but they're all really good cards.
What I actually should do is not get rid of this Rose Tower. I should get rid of this. Getting rid of so many tablets is so scary.
Oh, bin it.
So I'll get rid of this instead.
Ooh.
Or Rose Tower. Oh, you've caught it. Well done. I'll draw 2
Trying
from
to get
Rose.
the thing below it.
I'll just draw 3 from Genesect to begin.
Worst feeling in the world, Mew actually missing and I can't capitalise. Yep. This is definitely a low roll from my side, right, though?
No. Number 2.
Lizzie Memes, how's it going? I think you should just change the stream title to How to Play Mew. That's
the thing, though. I'm not even playing this optimally,
Joe. Stop.
I'm not taking 2 prizes, though. I really have had a slow Mew game, haven't I?
Yeah, but I was really relying on this to draw any cards, so crack on.
Blizzy Memes with the sub as well. 3 subs already today. That is huge.
Yo,
thanks so much. I am going to copy any of the attacks that don't stop me from
Meloetta.
So
Let's say Meloetta.
Ooh, got you through work.
Goodness, there's a Rose Tower in play. Good lord.
Oh wait, do you have? Oh, I think I was still right to road. How many balloons do you play in that deck?
Full suite of 3?
You're a clown.
That is so unfair, Jack.
No, I mean like balloon animals. Clowns, balloons. You know,
Sorry.
You know the ones.
Read the transcript. You've just asked if I'm a clown.
Are you Pennywise?
3 cards. This game is stitch up. Next game. Oh no, wait. That's 0-2. Good.
Look at how much ball search I priced, though, Joe. Look at how much ball search. Oh no, they've gone. They've actually gone. Oh, they're over here. Look what you've done. You've. Okay, so.
Nice to see you have a slow game for once. Right.
Keeps it humble, doesn't it? Short stream.
You were so unlucky, Jack, that game. Right, I'm going first.
By the way.
So don't
you ever.
Right. I've been through enough, Jack. Right? I need to actually, like, calm down and play the game. Perfectly. I need this to go.
What other dark decks have we prepared? This is actually the last dark deck. The final deck is Arceus Duraludon.
Bat for 5. Power 2.
No survivors. I actually do have a video of in the backlogs of the Omnipoke channel of Survivor being played.
Ooh. How has that survived all this time?
Well, you told me we couldn't upload it because it was boot, because it was Survivor.
Ah. Now, if I am doing this retreat play, hold on, let me think about if I'm doing this retreat play. If I am doing this retreat play after all, these things happen. And I just need to find more Houndours. If I go Crobat, it makes you have the most things, and I can still try and go 2 prize, 2 prize, 1 prize, 2 prize. Okay, let's go Bat and pass. Getting rid of a rope, that is scary. I guess it's pre you actually having the right Pokemon to put down. Yeah, Swaggerin. That's definitely a good idea. I use the reverse side of status condition markers. You know, the Pokemon ones you get from ETBs. You can just use little, because, you know, they're little round white circles that you can just put on your Pokemon as you go. There's a good amount of companies that have markers that literally say ability used as well. Zoro coin for trade, yeah. That's some good style points.
Rope number 2.
It's actually encouraged, I would say. You're playing rope?
Mm-hmm.
still have those Zoro coins.
Draw 3.
There are Genesect coins, right? There must be.
Surely.
I feel like I've seen Genesect coins on PTGA. Got support, energy attachment, and ability. Always tap my stuff after I use it. It's one of those things, though, like, it's clear for a judge to see, whereas, like, if things are just slightly diagonal, it's not always clear for a judge to see. They may just think you're messy. I think Mark is just, like, encouraged. Mew is devouring everything, yes.
It's taking another slow turn this turn, though.
9 Mews in a row of single Fuel Strike Survivor. Just bought lots of codes for playing online. You love to see it. Collector friends coming in clutch. Or just people who don't like playing online. IRL gamers coming in clutch. Oh, I am Lib.
Draw 5. Yeah, you'll live. I'll pass. Wait. What do I even give you? It's definitely not this. Let's just make sure it's not that. I think it might be this. Yeah, go.
Okay.
Mew still seems to be beating everything. Mew is doing pretty well, though. 2 games in a row it has whiffed a turn 1 attack. Not that that's lost it. Look, it didn't lose it the last game. I think it's looking a little bit rougher this game, but we know it can win from basically nothing, so no means a foregone conclusion.
Let's Houndoom. Let's Tower.
I'll put it down.
Yeah, I just captured that Umbreon. I can't be bothered. What are we looking at? These things.
Still here, back in a sec. Grabbing something. Oh, it does still say 4-1. You're right, Gittins. Thank you very much.
So we're just gonna evolve up and bean you.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Bean is definitely decent in the list. Definitely decent.
Wait, I don't need to do that. Hold on. I can attach this elsewhere. Which means I shouldn't get this. I should get this. And then I can attach this here.
Yep. Yep.
I'll draw 4. Interesting. I'll draw 1. I will jump back into the deck.
Yeet. Take 1.
Oh, thank you. What's your angle, Bernard? Why do you want me to take these prize cards?
Karen.
Karen.
I'll tell you what. I've bricked again.
You got 2 Meloettas in the pre-release kits for Fusion Strike. That's burst.
Yeah. I have a ton of Meloettas if you need them.
I have Meloettas. I don't have Sparkles.
Yeah, I only have 2 Sparkles. Jack, I'll tell you what, I've bricked. What do you think of that?
I'm busy, mate. Sorry.
What do you think to that then?
I also found a sealed Mew Fusion Strike pre-release pack, by the way. So whether you're interested.
I'm not.
Don't know if that garners your interest.
Ghana.
My
I'll
desk
grab
is
one
just
of these.
a mess of Pokemon cards right
What
now.
a shouting Ghana.
Tabletop Simulator is better for PTCGO, better than PTCGO if you want to play new stuff. I actually didn't open very much Fusion Strike at all.
Can't even kill anything this turn. This is so boot. Oh, Jack. Why have I bricked again? I swear to God, this is just BM at this point. What the... This is so bung. How am I not winning this game? What the hell? You've missed turn 1 attack. You've had to go for a 1 prize a turn 2 / chose to. And I still can't capitalize on it. Because I can't draw any cards this turn. And I have 2 single strike in the discard and 1 in the prize cards. So I can't Moonlight Blade kill a Genesect. And I can't gust these idiots because you sparkled. What can I do?
Sparkled.
What can I do? What can I do? Oh, and because I fucking... Oh. I shouldn't have said that word. Because I happened to draw 2 of my single strike energy from my 1 support of this game. Ha! Don't you dare, air balloon. You'll go.
Yeah.
God's sake. I've lost. What is my Umbra online? 3-2. Oh, I just added it. We've got chat well trained on the TTS now, on the Nightbot.
Oh, they're getting in there first. Beating us to it. So how do I not throw the game? Let's avoid doing that. It's actually probably by not attaching this Fusion Strike here, you idiot. And attacking with the 1 prizer. Idiot. That doesn't work though. Okay, so it is attaching that Fusion Strike there. So I'll get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Please. I will draw 2... 3 cards. 2... 3 cards. I'll boss this one.
Yeah.
I'll draw 3 more cards. And I will copy Techno Blast. I don't know whether that was audible, but that was my stomach. I apologise.
This game's a joke.
Single pile.
Such a joke. Well, I'm not even beating the Mew that doesn't attack me turn 1. I mean, what is the bloody point? Such a terrible research. Research into thin air.
Thin air.
And actively griefing me, actually, because it's me not able to Houndoom.
There's a rapid strike Lopunny. Interesting. So yeah, I have one Sparkle and one Tablet IRL, so I need to order some of those. Can I play the deck with one Sparkle, one Tablet?
6.
Yeah. I'm doing the scores from the Mew's perspective.
I'm back drawing all my single strike energy again. Flash that.
I wasn't.
Turn. Yeah, we have tried to put people off playing Mew, but it seems to have backfired. Thinking.
Seems to have what fired?
Oh, Polly coming in quick. Nice.
Ah,
That's gonna
that
kill
was
you.
speedy. Holy. Interesting.
Like with the real, the knowledge. I've purposely bricked every game. I deserve an Oscar for my performance of pretending to be tilted. Genesis for 1, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Great sequencing from Jack Old. How's testing? Mew gets better and better. Oh, sorry.
They hate it when your opponent messes with your cards. I'll draw 4.
Hiding the true counter for Liverpool. Clever. Feel free to suggest more counters because it's not working so far.
Any plan to do a Mew Mirror? Does anyone actually want to watch that?
I want to see the Survivor.
I'll take 2 prize cards. Ending the turn
Just
on
taking
one.
2, have you?
Ending the turn on one Mew is a little bit scary.
Where is Malamar? We put it in tier 1 in our tier list video. That's kind of the point of the tier list videos.
Do you think they would ever do the thing where they change the rules of card errata? No, I don't think they will errata stuff. I think they've shown that they don't want to be errata-ing cards in
Exact
general.
placement. Jeez. Bung this.
Exact placement? It's impossible to say.
It's got to be too early to give exact placements of anything. Let's doom to Mighty Bean.
The bean. Bean. Have they ever done that since we've been playing? The only time they've ever done anything like that was when they banned... Well, basically the only time they've ever done that is when they banned Lysander's trump card back in 2015? No.
Every time something... What's happened?
An errata. So no, but the only time they've done anything like that is when they banned trump card. Right? Hello?
Wait, where's the question? Sorry.
Yarn
Change
Trunks.
the rules of a card.
Yeah. So have they? Do you think they'll errata the card? I said I don't think so.
They errated Catcher.
They errated Catcher, but only because they printed a new Catcher. They printed a new Catcher that had a coin flip on, and then errated old ones.
No, the errata was before the reprint.
Was it?
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not think that was the case. Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
You could be right.
Miss Magius wasn't an errata, was it? Miss Magius was a ban. Or, well,
Well, yeah, Miss Magius was banned, but then they printed a new Miss Magius, but that was very much arbitrary, I felt. It being a Miss Magius. Spiritual reprint, yeah, exactly. I think the... I'll draw 2.
Place Malamar second, along with every other deck that's not Mew.
I need an energy card.
Palpad, when it was reprinted in Sword and Shield, now it's an up to effect. So you're not forced to put 2 supporters back in. They basically changed the keyword of up to.
Yeah.
Yes, you can use Palpad with 1 supporter in the discard pile.
Sorry, just having a quick think.
I've made him think, chat. That's the first time today.
That's not true.
Jack, I've done nothing. I've bricked with every deck.
I'll draw 2. It's hilarious how scared I am of this Morpeko.
He's great, isn't he?
point where I actually think I have to bounce in.
Bouncy, bouncy.
Hold on. Let me.
You love bouncing in.
Yeah, I can't leave a 3-prizer on this board. Oh, one thing I definitely was meant to check while I was in there was whether this is still in there. It is.
T-Rexable, it's Mew's wins are on the left-hand side. The counter decks, in air quotes, are the victories on the right-hand side.
If I give you 2 prizes...
Start.
I think I'd rather you take a Mew here, right? It must be
missed
better.
Part 1 of How to Beat Mew. That was yesterday's stream, and that was when I was playing Surfetched, Single Prize Dark, Gengar, and Suicune. And then from today's stream, it's been Obstagoon, Dark Arceus, and Single Strike. Everything is failing to beat Mew.
Sorry.
Yes, Mew's 2-0 Dark Arceus and Gengar. No, it 2-1'd Gengar.
I will give you a Genesect. I'll take a prize card.
Okay. Have I drawn for turn? No, because I didn't promote yet. Okay.
The Counts are doing their best, and we are proud of their effort.
Let's Doom. And attach. So I haven't been completely scammed this game. You'll love to see it. I will Ultra Ball. For one of these. I'll Tower for 1. All the way
Lucky Boy, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody.
Grab that, play Tower.
A Genesect Viorata would be crazy. Like, absolutely crazy.
Interesting. I will Tower away an Umbreon.
There you go, Ian.
Earn a new second Houndoom.
We're playing 3 Ellis's Sparkle in Mew.
And we'll just take our DOS Prizos.
Yeah. Right, this still kind of needs to be a bit of a mammoth turn from me, because I have no energy on board. 100...
Things are possible, though.
Yeah. But we have 25
so
cards in deck, which is
You're trying to sparkle me again, right, with Mellow. That's what you're trying to do?
Sparkle with Mellow. Sparkle
Yeah.
with Mellow or Power Tablet. I can actually Power Tablet my way up to jumping back in.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Problem is, I need to make that decision now. Wait, did I just bench this? Hold on. I don't always have to bench this. But I need to draw more cards. I need to make that decision now. Am I more likely to hit Meloetta? No, the Meloetta play doesn't work. Okay, so it's always correct to get Genesect here.
We're at 3 Sparkle in the list. How would you balance Genesect? I think it's actually Meloetta that's the problem. The deck wouldn't be nearly as toxic as a lot of people feel it is if it didn't have the same level of turn 1 pressure that it does. and the fact that it's such a it's a turn 1 pressure that gets even scarier if it's ignored. So you usually have to knock it out. What a hand!
I think those exact set of cards lost me the game. They didn't lose me the game, but it makes it even harder.
Remember when Mew wasn't playing Meloetta? That was a fun 2 weeks. The deck was still insanely consistent and really good. But yeah, when the turbo list got fine-tuned, it was yikes. If only people had listened to us. It was mostly that we hadn't tested with the Cram. We just didn't know Cram was in format. Until it was too late. Genesect is the problem. But, of course the deck draws too many cards. But it's what it can do with its early draws that's the problem, right?
Genesect number 2.
You can draw an infinite amount of cards in a turn if it's not going to help you win a prize race. I think the easiest solution would be Meloetta getting changed. And the deck would still be functional. Think of the investment of people who have actually bought Mew decks, and if you hit Genesect, it's such a feels bad. Whereas Mew is still actually a relevant deck in the metagame if you just hit Meloetta instead. It's not like a shotgun answer. This is still a capable deck that everyone who put time and money and effort into playing still can play the deck that they enjoy. You're still the best drawing tempo deck in the game. Yeah, Cram was a promo. Called Karma.
Let me think about this. I'll draw 3.
Tablet ban? Maybe. Everyone's right, though. It's a sum of its parts, right? There's so many things that are just above the curve that makes the entire 60 cards an incredibly higher above the curve 60 cards. Leapums.
Leap. I played 3 power tablets.
Yep.
Just so you know that I am definitely getting that KO. I have to promote a Pokemon, don't I?
Yes.
Stitch Up. Stitch Up. Why'd I have to promote everything? So stupid.
Chuck us a Genesect while you're at it.
This is going to be an interesting one. I still have to draw a fair number of cards, but I definitely can win.
Yeah, you just have to redraw double turbo, right?
Double turbo, yeah.
How about this, chat? And just take the 2.
Okay, so we can play a lot of cards here. Give me this. Play this. Play this. Grab this. Digging to 1 double turbo. I'll draw 4. Sweet.
Good game.
That was really interesting.
Yeah, well played. I don't think I can do anything else in that game. Like, my turn 1, like, I have no complaints. My turn 1, 2, 3, 4 was all good. And I still just lost. Like, what could I do other than all of those things without putting a bat down? Like, that's the only thing I could have done differently, right?
Yeah.
I have no complaints. I just lost.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
And then, if I'd drawn not the fusion energy first, I could have killed the active Umbreon instead of having to take the 2 prize. So yeah, there's a world where even playing the bat, even not playing the bat would have helped, I guess. Wow. You stupid.
It's the only world I win. Like, checkmate, I mean.
Yeah.
There's no bat down, whilst I was able to draw everything else somehow. Which is just never happening, right? With any other deck.
I'll go first.
Would you like to begin? Yes, okay.
I shall.
Let this be our final battle. Actually, probably not, because it's still early.
Well, we still have some lists to look at from yesterday.
Oh, true.
And I have a feeling these games aren't going to be quick.
Yeah, this won't be that quick, actually.
And also I do have some things to do this eve, so it may be our final battle. But we'll see. My turn, draw.
My turn, you're the loser.
This is a matchup I really want to practice, to be honest, because I think this could be quite a popular pickup for early regionals.
The Shuffle Squad's top 5 decks today didn't have Durandon in there.
Interesting.
But it did have Eternatus. So clearly they've been testing hard. You think it's meta manip, Jack? I think it's just different stages of testing.
Oh, drawing 2 feels so bad here. Can draw 4 if I want to, but these are really important cards for the matchup. But we're in a game 1 scenario, so I don't know what the matchup is. I'll draw 4.
Yes, only here for the pointy boys. That is what you're seeing. It's been a salty day for me.
Draw 4. Draw 2. Pass to you.
Let's rev him up.
Mhm. Kind of glad that was a Tails because I don't know which one is like. It requires a lot of maths to work out what the correct card is there, so I'm just going to leave it up to the deck.
Thanks, deck.
Thanks, deck. I'll
You
draw...
answer the question for me, deck.
No, I'll play a switch and I'll draw one card with Rose Tower. And I'll attach and I'll draw 4 cards with Genesect.
It would be 6-2 if it played against the Slytherin.
Into the other Mew again.
Tails to not make a decision. That really is a sad keck, isn't it?
Hmm.
Oh, I'll leave that there.
Genesect number 2.
Has Mew faced the might of Warlord V? No. So, like, the intention of the last couple of streams has been looking at Genesect Mew's current standard worst matchups from Play Limitless and to just run into those decks. So that's what that was the intention of the stream. I'm sure you can think of decks that you may think has a better win rate into Mew, or ones that have yet been built for new formats.
I'll draw 3. Interesting.
Oh, I'm lib.
You're not lib.
Oh.
I'm spending a lot of things to do it.
Oh, it's this way round.
140, 170, 200, 230, 260.
Yep, that'll
You
do
don't
it.
have resistance, thank God for that. Yeah, this was not the way I wanted to do it though, because this is basically all of my damage for the rest of the game.
Tell you what, you are unlucky, aren't you?
I didn't say that.
Let it be known. It was not said.
But like, legitimately, that could lose me the game. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good for you.
Okay.
Did you just hit?
I said thank you.
Oh. Surprise. Let's rev him up then. Okay.
Yeah. I actually can't KO this, can I? I'm capped at 240.
Look at the size of him, Jack.
I actually do think I just... Well, not... maybe maybe if you have an off turn of interesting. I'll draw. None of it matters.
Can you please just look at the size of him?
Yes, yes. I also don't have any basic Pokemon left either because I had to discard them all to try and get a KO. So I'm severely lacking in draw cards for the rest of the game as well, as it happens.
I think Whimsicott needed more hit points to be a real problem for Mew. Gambit. Because they always have Sparkle attached Psychic, right? So they're at least hitting you. And just the fact that they're only 2 tablets away, it's not really difficult. So although you can catch them...
Wait. This is definitely not... Okay, I'm going to scoop it.
You priced a fusion?
Yep.
I mean, I was set for the entire game, so
Yeah.
I think whatever you do, I'm winning there.
Yeah.
Doing it the wrong way around with Mellow is a problem.
I think it was still right to do, though.
Yeah, I agree. You make
I
me
don't
have
know.
VMAX in hand, and I didn't play anything.
I make you have
V-Star
VMAX...
in hand.
Yeah. But... Maybe
You
just...
basically take the game down to, is my next turn good or bad?
Your
And
next
maybe
turn is
hold
your
it.
next turn is more often good with an Arceus still on the board.
Yeah.
So maybe it was correct to take the Arceus there and just say, I don't know.
I think
it's
killing
weird.
Arceus was better,
Yeah,
personally.
so do
But I
I.
get you, because I can always V-Star and make another Duraludon and put you in the same situation the following turn. Like, you know that's basically always happening, right? But if you kill the Arceus, it's down to whatever's in my hand at the time without a V-Star power.
Yeah, I should have killed the Arceus there, definitely.
Um,
I was too worried about an 8 prize game, but a 7 prize game and an 8 prize game are almost identical. And
I mean, not
sometimes
necessarily, but you can make it a 3. You can make it a 4 prize game if I just brick off of not having Arceus. Yeah. You go first,
wait,
then.
hold on. Do I go first? Let me think. Is this the one matchup where it might be better to go second to try and donk you?
Oh, Donkey Wodge.
I'll try it. I'll try going second. And I get a bonus card for my troubles.
For your troubles. Try and donk that, will ya?
Oh wait, you're going first.
So
aren't
I
you?
will
Hold on.
begin. You may take a card.
Oh
though.
yeah, that was why I went to. That was why I went to the deck.
Promise. That's why I was going to the deck. Promise, please.
That was the first game you lost. Oh, Joe, you are so. Don't play that. Come on, don't play that.
Fine. Now you can do the rope play like you did last game, but just for this time.
Oh yeah.
You'll go.
I'll draw. Please, I'll draw. Thank you. Okay, I'll... Yeah, I'll bench this. And I'll play these.
Think.
Oh, I think I'm starting to lag, Joe, by the way.
Is that my win con?
My opponent glitched out, sorry.
Play the rope.
I'll draw 2.
Is that an IRL win con? Oh! Hold on, you got rid of this with the crown, right?
I've played 1.
Oh, you binned.
And I've
the
been,
card.
wait, what did I bin? Where's it gone? I definitely binned something. Oh, I'll bin. Like, I have items
You
in my
sure you
hand,
binned
so-
something? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it looks like I didn't, but yeah, I will bin another tablet.
One played, one binned.
One
Got
played, one binned, roped. Because I'm also holding a phone, so it means if I miss the cram, I can still phone. Yeah, okay, yeah, this was correct. I will phone. Three.
Ooh.
Three.
That's just a flex at this point.
And I will echo for KO.
That's funny because you lag spiked, you actually echoed.
Echo. KO. Oh, KO. You're good, aren't you? Flop.
You can do so much damage next turn. I can die! Oh no, wait, I can't, right? Because you've got fusion energies everywhere. Quick.
All over the shop.
I really need to think if just like I should sacrifice 2 prizes by benching something else this turn to not have to like hyper potion next turn. I think I'm meant to. I'll give you this enticing piece of kit here.
Now, Jack, put down the path tech and smack him good.
Smack him good. It is your go.
Interesting. I actually am potentially stuck for a couple turns soon.
Augers.
Hand size?
3.
Did you play any? What did you discard?
Arceus V and V-Star.
This is really weird. Really weird.
Yeah, Horn would be good in this spot. But Horn definitely one of those cards that is like it's good in this matchup, right? But it's very bad in a lot of other instances. It's just an unplayable. especially the amount you cycle early game. It's one of those cards that's nice in a lot of spots because you're such a good Gust deck. But just because you don't want it in the top 20 cards turn 1 ever, I don't think you ever play it. Unless Durala gets really big.
I'll draw 4.
Yeah, so Max Miracle is a player if he wants to attack into the active.
But what if I don't?
Yeah.
Court?
Mew Summer.
I think I'm... I don't know.
It's a strange... It really is a strange one.
So I can boss you.
Yeah.
How
many more draws do you have?
None.
You're done. Okay.
So I can boss you. If I boss you, you can attack next turn. That's not ideal. If I don't boss you, you can't attack next turn. I get 130 damage on this. Probably goes down to 120. So you could fully heal it off, but also have no energy on board. Which I think I win that fight because I can tablet and eventually overthrow you.
Overthrow me?
Problem is, I can't deal with you attaching to that bench one. But you didn't play a supporter last turn.
I did, I Averied.
Not last turn, did you?
Yes. It's the first action of my turn.
Oh. So you could do stuff. Okay, I think that means I boss. I think if I think you can do stuff, I have to only deal with one Duraludon.
Nectar.
The next question is, can I attack with this VMAX?
Do you have a switch card?
Yes.
Then that's allowed.
Then I'll do it. Sorry.
Then I'll certainly do it.
Something funny here. And I will copy Melodious Echo.
Yes.
Melodious Echo. So this obviously opens me up to Raihan more.
I have no energy in my discard pile.
I was going to say, but yeah, I think Raihan in a low hand size and in realistically a low account and things like research, it's better to play into that one.
I think if I was setting up a Raihan as well, I would have discarded an energy from the Ultra Ball, right? So it basically tells you that I don't have Raihan in hand.
I don't think it tells me you don't have Raihan because you might not have the energy. There's still like I don't know you can still top deck an energy and already have like a ball search in hand, right? Like there's still Raihan's still within the realms.
So my 3-card hand would have to. Well, I guess it depends what the top deck would be, but I think it's so rare that it ever comes off as a one-off anyway in the deck. But yeah, so I really don't want to get rid of Hyper Potion here.
I'll do it.
But I also really don't want to miss stuff. And I am scared of my own deck. I'm going to Marnie. I don't think I have enough legs with only one Hyper Potion. Five cards. Let's attach and heal our boy. And it's yours. Ah, going for basic energy, I see. Very clever.
Very, very clever, Jackold.
Very clever. Very clever.
Genesect for 3. Genesect for 2. Defensive rope. No, defensive bone. This is not a rope. What are you on about?
Is not a rope. Is not a rope.
I will max Miracle for 130 damage. I'm hoping you don't have enough energy on you to be able to
Energy on me.
deal with that.
I just lose to VMAX next turn. Oh.
Oh.
You got energy.
Not yet. Root into this. I'll draw 5.
Could you not tower first?
Oh, yes. Definitely could tower first.
Did you have any playables from tower?
Yes, but I can tower now. It's fine.
Oh. Deary me. Yep. Game 3 it is.
That was a really weird game. Duraludon feels like it does have really weird games. It feels like there's games where you just... what do you call it? You just have a checkmate board. Oh no, not the V-Star. Oh.
What's happened?
Look. Don't talk to me on my V-Star marker ever again.
So I'll go first. Okay.
Don't give him
Right.
mulligans. The win con is him bricking. Or a win con is him bricking. Don't. Oh, Jack. Take another. Shouldn't actually be showing you these before you're doing things because it might change decisions.
Game 3.
No, I mean like if you know you're getting 2 more cards, you might be more lax about.
Oh,
starting
true.
A certain Pokemon.
I will take 2 more cards.
Oh, yeah, fine.
I will draw for turn.
Using the mulligan mechanic. Stop.
Go.
Oh, I've put 11-1. It's not 11-1, it's 1. Not that many games.
1. You are boring, aren't you?
That is harsh.
Parameter crameter.
Crap.
Ooh, he's thinking.
I'll draw 2.
Things seems like the thinking portion's over.
I'll draw 2. I'm still going to need that. Hold on. The thinking portion of this game is over. Does this go here? I think I'd attached pre-thingy, didn't I? So
Yeah.
yeah, it does then, actually. Yeah, that's definitely happening. I just need to work out whether I want to play any more cards or not.
I'm in my mum's cards.
I actually think I'm going to boss this.
Okay.
Is that weak? Is that weak?
Yeah, you sparkle, definitely.
You're right. I'm not going to boss that.
You're not?
No. 170. Thanks, chat. Mew turns are so long, you forget you've supported already. Tell you what, glad I didn't boss that.
Turned himself into an energy card. Your move. Right, I don't think he's got boss in hand, so I think we should be okay here.
You're up at a treats, aren't you? Give me this.
Giving you the big un. Unbelievable.
Let's start chipping away at it, shall we?
Chippy.
I will draw 3 cards.
Fusion Energy fell out of the deck somehow.
I'll draw 3 cards. I'll pay retreat.
During all of that, the Mew, the other energies stuck together. What is happening? Oh, it's invisible. Why? Invisible Mew. Ooh.
You guys get the picture. I'll play a power tablet. Sorry, this should be in play. I'll play a power tablet. Oh, shuffle.
Looks when you they were playing 5 to begin with.
Genetic number 3, I think. Defensive.
I think if you could, you'd play at least 6 fusion energy, right? I don't know if you'd play the 7th.
7th is where it comes into question.
Yeah.
That was a defensive phone, by the way. I'll do 160.
You have adopted the defensive phone now, and you seem to be using it in every occasion.
It's good.
A phone for every occasion.
It's good. It's not good. It's great. I'll say it.
I'll be the first to say it.
Finished 6-2-1 Rab. That's a day 2 record.
Is Mew good?
Few more tweaks. No, I don't want to change a card in this list.
Few more treats, did he say? I'm going to attack you. Just had that, did you?
That's fine. Draw 3.
Do we think new dark deck with Arceus could best a Mew? I think just the fact that we have Dark Patch in the game means that there's a lot of Dark Pokemon that can race Mew a lot better than they currently can. It's not just twiddle your thumbs to kill Mew anymore. There's lots of things that can do stuff.
Number 2.
Is Duraludon
Oh,
worth
that's
playing
one
if
too
it doesn't
many
favour Mew? Seems to have a bad single and ice matchup. I think its single strike matchup does definitely get worse because of Choice Belt. I don't think its Ice Rider matchup is that bad, is it? I think it's like average. I mean, I know your Duraludon doesn't have an ability at all, basically, but you can try and do some funky stuff with like the basic Duraludon V and slug them. You can do. I think that's still a balanced matchup. I think Mew is a fairly balanced matchup as well.
I think I punned a little bit. very much think I made a mistake this game. And then potentially could have made further mistakes.
E-turn with Lipard is hype. I think E-turn is trash. Yeah, the win rate is Mew. He's running. Run. Dun, 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 dun. We got a runner, chat.
I think I might have. I need to watch this game back. I think I might have made some mistakes somewhere along the line here.
Mistakes were made. Now I can finally play the game.
Yeah, this is what worries me. I think I've lost the game. There's no boost shakes in Duraludon, no. Yeah, that's a lot of healing actually, believe it or not.
This one.
Leave it here. The tower.
Yeah. How many boss and phone and Mew? 3 of each.
I'll draw 3.
Maybe even 3 of each.
We've played so many games today, I actually can't remember whether there's even a 4th in here. No, there's not. Okay, I'll scoop.
Okay.
Interesting. That matchup's weird. Matchup's really weird. Interesting. I need to play that matchup a lot more.
Yeah, it feels close from my side as well. Hello. Oh, I've gained a research for no reason. Would have been great if I'd had that during the games. So what did you miss that turn you passed into me? Or were you just wanting to slow attach?
I don't have a choice, right? I have to slow attach. I can't ever KO you. So
And
any
the
more
ones-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't ever KO you. I can hit you so that you can't heal enough damage off. That's fine. But then I can never KO the Arceus because I lose 2 fusion energy.
Right, because it's just too tablet intensive.
But I'd already used 2.
Yeah.
And I needed to use 2 more to KO you.
Yeah.
That was so. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know what your hand was like. I don't know how long you were holding stuff, but you did nothing that game, and I still lost.
Yeah, I didn't play a draw supporter. My turn would have been significantly worse. I mean, I top decked the V-Star, right, on my last turn.
Oh, did you?
But I had 15 outs in my deck to actually do something.
Yeah.
I already had Hyperpot in hand. And Boss in hand. So it just let me do a cleaner, getting the cave.
Oh, you already had Hyperpot and Boss?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, I wasn't doing anything else.
No, I know, but there's a lot of cards you can hold that aren't.
Yeah.
I got Cave and Supporter for next turn, basically. So I would have like 40 more damage on me, right? Because I would have had to attach into Stadium. Or like, I would have, 50 more damage on me.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't be able to Cave down to 10.
Which still
To
didn't
be a
matter.
320.
I would have didn't matter because I prized 4th fusion
280.
energy.
Yeah. I mean, like the last time we played this matchup, when you were doing your Duraludon Gauntlet, I had to scoot because I prized a fusion energy. Oh no, I prized a basic energy. So it feels like if you prize any energy, it's a problem, apart from the double turbo, I guess.
That's a really interesting matchup.
We can play more of this though if you want to. I mean, we can play more now if you want to just have one more game of it.
I want to lay some lists out, to be honest.
Okay.
If that's okay.
So the day felt a bit of a farce from my side. I mean, Dark Arceus was horrific bricking, like very bad bricking. Single Strike was one brick game, and the other game you just played like perfectly, and I literally couldn't have done anything differently. Obstacune's a joke of a deck, so who even cares? And Duraludon's like actually close. Hyper Potion, the big winner of the set. Right, I am going to go pee quickly, but yeah, we'll talk more about it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I need to watch that game back. I feel like I might have made mistakes that game. I feel like I could have punished Joe not having a hand more, or not doing anything with a hand more. But if he was holding stuff anyway, then that's maybe not even true. Oh, no.
Am I laying out the other 4 that we played today?
Yeah, I think so. I know.
Okay.
You've said you don't like 1 or 2 of them, but...
I mean, we set the challenge just as content as much as testing, right? Actually, maybe slightly weighted more towards testing, but Obstagoon feels like content and sticking true to the list of decks, as in, like, these are the decks that, in air quotes, have the good Mew matchup, at least from what Limitless says. But I think, you're, like, a very high caliber player that was playing really well in a lot of those games that we don't necessarily know about, or at least causes some percentage points where some people will just cry when they see their matchup, basically, and say, woe is me, etc. Some of the games we had was, like, me bricking. So I do think this was a very favorable reflection of Mew. Like, obviously, look at the score. But I think you kind of had the higher end of RNG from our best of 3s. But you are playing towards that just by picking Mew and playing it in a tournament. So I don't know how much to be like, oh, look how unlucky Bill was to brick with Gengar twice. And like, oh, how good is Mew at punishing every deck that bricks?
Yeah, the
I don't know how you
the games you have to look at are like the games where Mew still bricks and wins. Which there weren't many, but there were a couple of games where like I had slow starts and still won. And those, and more particularly those games where that, or I didn't, not even slow starts, because generally the deck, the deck either loses because it has too slow of a start, or it has like enough of a start to win.
Yeah.
So the game,
like that last game we had, the fact that you won 70 to Arceus instead of killing it, right? It's like those things.
Yeah, but they get like it more in particular the games where Mew has a moderate start, not a crazy start, a moderate start, and still wins. They're the ones that are important, I think. We know Mew wins when it draws well most of the time. We have the results for that. Everyone knows that. The key breakpoint is how often does Mew win when it doesn't have a perfect start, either by it's not having a perfect start or the opponent playing a counter deck having the perfect start and not having a perfect start in the matchup roulette per se.
Yeah.
They're the kind of numbers you have to look at, I guess. Because we know, like I say, we know Mew wins when it draws well because we've seen it for the past 3 months.
Yeah.
We know Mew wins when it draws okay in matchups where they're not like hard countering you because you're eventually probably drawing more cards than them anyway. The breakpoint that matters is how often do you win games where your opponent is trying to beat you through some kind of cheese, i.e. weakness, ability lock, any of that kind of stuff, and how often do you beat them just by drawing well anyway.
Yeah.
That's a long-winded way of saying...
No, it's the right way to think about it, though. It's not as simple as the win, the loss. But it also makes me think, like, it makes me question online, like, data a little bit more. You think that over, like, the curve, you'd expect it to, like, be fully representative, but also it's just, like, how many people are not playing Mew as well as it could be played? I mean, you could say the same thing about the counter decks, but the counter decks have linear strategies into Mew, whereas, like, there's going to be a lot of people...
typically have been built with Mew in mind. Yeah, so they have
the simpler game plan, right?
Yeah,
there's less
strategies
misplay potential for the counter decks, I would say.
Into that exact matchup most of the time, yeah. And typically they've probably been built by, like, the fact that Cawthorn built the deck means that his win rate with the deck is going to be far higher than a lot of people's because he built it. But it also means that, like, we know it's a good list.
Yeah.
Because it was built by a very good player.
Yeah.
There's also all of these, like, random counter decks that are just trying to cheese for whatever reason that sometimes just don't work. But so yeah, that's like the difference between just random dark and by a deck that Cawthorn all of a sudden pilots and wins like 2 tournaments with.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know. I should know this because I've done maths to some degree, but I don't know whether I would expect a higher or lower win rate from a best of 3 series from Mew into counter decks. I can't work out. Like, there's arguments for both, and I really can't work out. There is a correct answer, I'm certain.
What do you mean? Should we expect a higher win rate than what we
found? Online tournaments are all best of 1, right?
Yeah.
Or the majority of them are best of 1.
Yeah.
And we chose matchups based on best of 1. Not saying that necessarily changed anything, because realistically you would expect, because of the sheer amount of games that have been played online, that to be a closer to true
reflection of the matchup.
reflection of the matchup than just us playing a best of 3. Because I would say Mew, like, according to this, Mew has a 75% win rate against counter decks, and it definitely doesn't.
Right.
But is that because of best of 1, or is that because of like there's a lot of interest to me about why? Well, there's a lot of different reasons it could be. Like you say, I probably had a better rub of the green.
I think you're on high. Yeah, I think it's a high variance run, but I wouldn't be surprised if you never got below actually 60%, which is pretty sad. I mean, obviously green's bad. Like, even if you strip that out of the data. So Fetch will improve on as a deck, but it won't change the Mew matchup much, outside of the fact that I would play Choice Belt and stop you doing the bounce into Genesect free turn play. So I think that matchup would be worse if we were to run it back again with an adapted list. I think it probably has less like 2-0 potential than the Cawthorn deck, because I'm still not tutoring and I'm Cincino drawing, so there's whiff potential. But I think it's worse than the list that I played. Gengar just bricked. I mean, I believe the stats that it's an unfavored matchup because it's playing 4-path and it's a completely dark deck. You know? So I think that's a variance win. But yeah, I think Mew like, the good news is that Mew is always going to yoink games here and there. So even these 2-1s in IRL scenarios could just be ties.
And I think I'd be happy to run away from a Gengar player with a tie.
Yeah. Do you think? There you go, and that's another question. So, do you think a 50-50 win rate is? So I got like again 75% today, but realistically, probably high variance.
Yeah.
I would. We've said
Mew with high variance is the scariest deck in the world.
We've said there like realistically, probably Gengar and Surfetch should also be losses, so that would be closer to 50-50.
Yeah.
Do you think that? One, do you think that feels accurate of a representation of Mew into counter decks? And two, are you happy with that? Like, would you take a 50-50 into counter deck? Obviously, it's kind of 75 or 25, depending on the counter deck, because some of them felt really bad and some of them felt very winnable, and not really like counter decks. How would you feel going into a regional, knowing that you're probably the most counter deck in the room, but to me, like being the most counter deck in the room and still being 50-50 into that feels pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I think there's also going to be a lot of air quotes counter decks, which are less like countery than the ones I played today, that people will think is going to be good enough. Like there's going to be people playing Urshifu Moltres and think that that's like good enough, and you batter those. And I think there's going to be people trying to do their own thing and just play like Ice Rider or Suicune or any of these decks that you should probably batter as well. So I think it's just such a strong choice. Like we knew it was a strong choice, but holy, is it a strong choice?
It's like
I think it's.
I'm waiting. I've been waiting this whole time for something to put me off. It happens every single format. We always start with a Bidif, and we wait, and usually something comes out and it's like, oh, okay, this is clearly getting worse. But there is not one thing, especially after today, there is not one thing that's put the fear of God into me yet.
Yeah, it's just like the floor of playing Mew at a regional is like 128. I think that's like the floor. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That's like of an IC, I would say. If you're like a competent Mew player and you're obviously like well tested with it now, and we're playing
and you have
really
a decent
well today as well.
Yeah, and you have decent luck.
Yeah, but I mean,
You have to leverage it less with Mew, sure, but
the floor of like playing a Gengar or playing one of these scuff counter decks is like far lower, because you're in that matchup roulette, and if your RNG goes badly in like the first 2 rounds, you're in a cesspit of whatever decks people are playing, and you're not even like hitting counter decks, or like you're just like hoping that your counter deck beats the other counter decks that people sculpted, and that's just like horrific, right? You don't want to be in that cesspit. That's always the risk of playing a counter deck anyway at a tournament, that like things go wrong, they go wrong hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mew just, the floor is too high with Mew, I think. So freaking good.
Do you think it's a regional winning deck?
I mean, of course. Look at its. I mean, why not, right?
yeah, I agree. But obviously, there, like we always say, there are decks that are safe points, and there are decks that you leverage your win rate a little bit more, but having a better win rate, you leverage your luck a little bit more, but having a little bit of extra luck and maybe more experience as a player or whatever pushes you above even the Mew players that are happy settling at 128.
I think you're seriously like getting super sweaty and having to get pretty lucky to win the event with Mew, but every person has to get sweaty and lucky to win any event. So it's like, at least you take some burden off yourself by drawing so many cards that the luck is reduced, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see a number of decks winning, but I can see, like... I mean, you have to assume that Mew will be the most day 2-ring deck. And you have to assume that one of the, like, a number of them will probably make top 8. So, naturally, it wouldn't be so crazy that one ends up winning. Like, I'd actually be kind of shocked if Mew wasn't in top 4.
Mm-hmm. Would you? Another interesting one. I think I know the answer to this, and this is kind of a little bit off topic. But would you rather we be playing the first regional, or are you happy getting 2 weeks of results first?
I'll answer that when I know the results. Yeah, I mean,
I know where
I'm
I'd
only
rather sit.
low key. Yeah, you'd rather go straight in, right?
Yep.
Because I think we're just like way better tested than everyone else, or like the majority of people. I think we're way better tested. And,
I'll just
like,
get into my own head. If Mew like bombs, well not bombs, but if some cool counter deck does well in Brisbane and then does well again, like it gets picked up popularity and does well in Salt Lake again, I'm gonna get in my head so bad.
Yeah. So Brisbane's first, right?
Yeah, Brisbane is the
Salt Lake.
12th. Then
Salt Lake's
the 19th, or
19th,
like
yeah,
around
over that weekend. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a shame that it's not like our destiny is not really in our control, so we have to still be like happy to play like 3 decks, I would say.
Yeah.
But you and I have played like a ton of Mew already, and we know that it's just like so good that there has to be something like compelling for us to not play it.
Mm-hmm.
And really, even if there are these scary decks that end up winning or top 4ing that are counter decks, we just know that week we play that into Mew, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and then figure out what's what, right?
Yeah. I think especially given that I feel like we've tried almost every counter deck at this point.
You can't say that we haven't tried counters.
I think I just want Mew to win. Because I think we're getting to the point where there just isn't a counter deck. So 2 weeks of Mew winning, I don't think will
change the amount of counter
change anything for Liverpool. So I think I just want Mew to win the first 2 regionals, and then I'll feel pretty comfortable with playing Mew.
Sure, I get it. I definitely get it.
There's something to be said for any counter deck.
What if Mew is the entire top 8 of the first 2 regionals and then they errata for us? Oh, please.
That'd be the kind of tournament I wouldn't want to go into.
That's so pathetic.
Because, again, we'd have to play so much Pokemon that week.
We could play 4 energy only Mew with 4 double turbos and cut all the fusions and everything. Oh, imagine.
But yeah, I mean, it would depend on what they'd errata, right?
Yeah. I was thinking, like, for me, from their perspective, I can't see it not being Meloetta if they choose to hit anything.
I don't know. I can see them
Genesect?
just stabbing Genesect and saying let's be done with it. It's a massive field's bad, but they realistically as a company they still want to sell cards, right? And if no one wants to buy Brilliant Stars and play Arceus because Mew's just better, the best way, like Arceus is clearly like the second best Pokemon in the game, right? After Genesect, so
yeah.
You know,
I understand that, but also, in theory, you think that they're a few months ahead of where we are right now, and they're ahead of even what's coming out in Japan.
Yes.
I'd be terrified if they think that that Darkrai's the solution, and they're just going, have some more dark answers.
Yeah, I mean, there's realistically, oh, by the way, we actually find out we get apparently a massive Battle Legion dump at 1 a.m. today.
Oh, it's tonight. Jeez.
Yeah. It's 5 p.m. US time, which is 8 hours behind.
Oh, now I have to decide if I'm staying up for
it's a Friday tomorrow.
To be translated, or to sleep and wake up to the treats.
Damn. Anyway, so you.
Oh, so do you want a first impressions that tomorrow then?
I will try and wake up early and first impressions that. Yes.
That's Pog. So tonight I'll do Leonzard.
Yes.
Then we have first impressions. 2 weekend.
If not, I'll just first impressions it tomorrow afternoon when I get back from work. It might not be like.
That's what I meant.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
I'm gonna try and.
You're talking to yourself mostly. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and crack of dawn it, but I might not be able to, depending on if I stay up to read them. Well, to be honest, if I end up staying up to read them, I might first impressions read them. But it'll probably be like 5 a.m. when they get finished, usually. So, yeah. Anyway, what the point I was making was, obviously we've seen Darkrai, we've seen Dark Patch. Realistically...
Probably is their answer as a...
Well, I would be very surprised if there is more Dark support in this set. Because I think Darkrai and Dark Patch is already a lot.
Yeah, I don't actually know what they can do. Like, we already have such a good amount of dark stuff in the game. We already have the stadium that stops Genesect, and we already have Fan and Hammer. Like, I don't actually know what else they can target anymore. It's actually crazy. Or we get buffed item lock. That's like the only other thing I can think about. They buff like Vikavolt massively and give us a new item lock card. Like, I actually can't think of any other solution. Wait, Beedrill? I'm joking. Or am I?
Yeah, I mean, outside of an errata, I can't see how they can touch Mew, at least for another set, because it needs to be like 2 sets of build up. I feel, I mean, maybe Ultra Ball and then Dark Patch and Dark Ray is enough, but how much do you need with Dark Ray Dark Patch? You only need 4 energy in a band.
Yeah, it's mostly I just don't think you want to even attack with the Dark Ray. It's like we'll be able to Dark Patch to a ton of stupid 1 prizes that can hit like 90 or something, right? You can Dark Patch like a Survivor and kill, you know? You can do goofy stuff now.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, the only thing we've consistently said about Arceus is the fact that Mew just struggles to get through it, and Mew, like, if Mew could very potentially struggle to get through a Darkrai. I think it has 280 or 270. Actually, 270 is very different to 280.
It would need to have 280, yeah.
Yeah, 270 is actually fine. Jesus. I'm going to check that right now, actually. Darkrai V-Star does indeed have 270 HP.
The thing that's crazy is just like all these counter cards that come out. Just because the turn 1 rules means that like you see 7 and maybe draw like 4 more cards. Like that's all you have to work with. So it needs to be super low maintenance.
Do you want them to ban something from you? Or
I don't think it's necessarily like super healthy, even though the deck takes piloting well to beat the field that it's going to run into. I don't hate there being like there's always going to be a best deck in format, and there's always going to be complaints about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it.
I mean, you and I were both
too capable at doing everything.
So are you saying yes, you wouldn't mind it being touched?
I wouldn't mind it staying. I wouldn't mind it getting.
Okay.
Nerfed, honestly,
me and you were very much advocates of not touching ADP.
Yeah, I mean the win rate wasn't high enough for ADP.
So yeah, that's the question I'm going to. Do you feel this is different enough?
Well, the win rate's not that high enough for Mew either. Maybe it will be in Brilliant Stars meta because we think it's far better. But I just think it's one of those things where it's similar to like Night March era, right? Where the decks completely warp around one archetype.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. And Night March was the same, right? It drew too many cards just because we had
Shaman old, 6 times.
Old Shaman, yeah. So it's essentially card draw that always breaks these games.
Yeah.
Because like outlandish combos just happen now.
Yeah.
Like in a world before Genesect, if I told you that you had to hit like one of your 4 of special energy that has like no search, whilst also hitting a supporter card that doesn't allow you to draw cards that takes energies out of your deck that you sometimes have to play first.
Yeah.
Like it's like what is going on?
But then you get to caveat with I draw 20 cards whilst
But
doing
by the
that.
way, you get 20 cards and some coin flips that sometimes instantly does it, and get to see like not only the 20 cards but sometimes like 30 cards because you're Rotom phoning specific treats. Yeah, it's like dumb.
I don't think nerfing Genesect is weird. I think it's the correct. I think that's.
I don't think nerfing Genesect is right because like as crazy as the deck is, like it's so limited at what it can do turn 1 if you just don't play Meloetta. And it's still a usable deck. Like I think it's actually important for them as like card designers or whatever. And it's almost like a social responsibility for them to like not just kill the best deck, I think. I mean, I know nerfing like Trump card completely changed the meta overnight.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like for a flagship deck of their previous set to be like, welcome back to IRL, thanks for spending 200 $100 on this deck, shotgun in the head. Now buy $200 worth more of my Arceus's. It's such like a slap in the face, and such like a slap in the face to new players, especially. I think old players would like swallow the pill.
But this is and this is exactly why I don't think they'll touch it. Like even I think any kind of nerf, even if it were.
I don't expect it to be nerfed, by the way. Like, just to be clear,
no.
I don't expect it at all.
They've set a precedent that they don't like doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a game breaker, right? It doesn't change. It doesn't like stop anything from happening. It's just a really good aggro deck.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't actually stop anything.
What was the trump card nerf? They banned Lysander's trump card, which basically let you shuffle your discard pile back into your deck bar trump card. But it wasn't a nerf. It was a ban. Yeah.
Oh, did I say nerf? Yeah. It was a ban.
Yeah.
They overnight wiped the decks that were playable because every deck, or like the majority of decks, were trump card decks that would just cycle as many cards as possible with item cards just to reuse certain like coin flip effects or like spam certain like individual things and dig far enough to like make stupid stuff happen. Because
of the way we get a new set every 3 months, it'll never really happen. But I actually would really be into. I've had this discussion on stream before. I would really be into halfway through a set release them just change. Like we're not a game that ever bans cards, and they've made that evident. But I would be super interested in a format that they were a bit more lenient with that, to the point where they were like every 3 months, or well, not every 3 months, but every like 6 weeks, just changing something. The problem is because it's an IRL game, people buy stuff, then they waste their money, so it's never going to happen.
Yeah, it's not the same as Hearthstone.
No.
One interesting thing that Flesh and Blood do is they have like I can't remember what it's called, but it's essentially a Hall of Fame, right? Whenever a type of deck gains enough CP, it then is like not usable in tournaments. So that's like a natural check that they can do.
Interesting. To
be like, oh, it's won so much, we're gonna Hall of Fame this for now. They've never triggered it yet, but there are a couple decks that are close, and they actually have done erratas anyway. They do like I don't think it's quarterly. It might be quarterly. They do a quarterly like scheduled post about things. And they've had posts where it's like, here's why we're not touching the cards that you guys already think are on that level, but here's the things that we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they did do a post-Nationals errata for a recent set because they're still new to the game and still like finding minor balancing issues. And because the game is so like incremental, it takes a very minor balancing issue to really break a deck. But yeah, just the Hall of Fame thing would be fun to play with, and I think you're right. Just small tweaks. Like, how often do you see people saying like this was the problem of what would otherwise be a great format, and actually like let that flesh out a little bit? As much as I like metagames solving themselves.
Yeah, this is why we were against the ADP ban in real tournaments, but I didn't mind that Limitless banned it for a while or Azul banned it for a while, or whatever, because we were in a format where it was allowed, and I hope that that's what online becomes. I hope it becomes alternative formats. I haven't played too much GLC, and I can't sit here and say I like it or I don't because I just haven't experienced it enough. But standard with minor tweaks is always something that it's just never ever been done because it's never been possible. Now that the online era now that online is so well developed, it can be. Because realistically, I mean, there will be people that want to play tournaments every single night, but when regionals and cups and stuff are back, realistically, what's the attendance of these online tournaments going to be?
Can't see it being above like 30, and I feel like it'll just adapt to being like there'll be maybe 3 days a week where there'll be ones that are like flagship. But even then, there are players right now who are running tournaments who will now be traveling again and like grinding again. So they may not even have the time to TO or staff or find willing judges because life's getting back to normal. So I think there's enough people who only play online that there'll be a community, but it may even just like scurry back to a Discord or something and just be like completely different.
just be its own thing.
It'll be interesting.
It won't evaporate for sure.
I really hope
maybe
it doesn't.
maybe even like a monthly big tournament. I don't know. And it'll be interesting to see if Pokemon ever acknowledges the like existence of them, in like a form of CP or anything, just to.
I don't think they will unofficial ones. Not unofficial, like
No.
not making. I don't think they'll ever give Limitless a series.
No, I don't think that either. But
I think live could open up.
Yeah, exactly.
CP tournaments.
Imagine part of our season potentially having like 2 live events a year.
Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I know that they are very much a community-based game and they want everyone to be in person, but I think that because of the pandemic, things are different now and they have to like retain the market that's here for people that, for whatever reason, don't want to attend events.
Yeah.
I think things will be much better off next season, Cups, Challenges, and etc.
I don't mind that they haven't brought Cups and Challenges back. I can see people lynching me for it, especially because I'd already done a lot of Cups and Challenges, so I already have CP, and it will mean that some people don't get their Worlds invite. But like, they cannot make sure every single store is abiding by the TPCI COVID policy. It is literally impossible. And because of that, they have to make the decision that if we can't trust people to run events properly, the only people we can trust to run events are us and our like allocated partners, i.e. Tournament Center and some of the other American companies that they've worked with time and time again, that they've like, it's in both people's best interests to run the tournament properly. There will be like, if cups were allowed, they wouldn't be able to like mandate the double vaccination thing, mandate the double lateral flow 2 days before. It just wouldn't be plausible. And Pokemon do not want that tarnishing their brand. They don't.
Yeah.
It sucks. It means that some people won't get to go to Worlds, but spoiler alert, there'll be more than one World Championships. This isn't the last Worlds. This is just the first Worlds in a long time, and I get that it's going to be probably one of the best ones because it'll finally be back and everyone is playing again. But then there'll be another one next year and another one next year, and then
COVID 3 will happen.
This won't be together. We'll get back to normal. I don't believe anywhere that this is them saying there are no more Cups and Challenges, because it is not in their best interest in the long term, because they want to get people into stores to buy cards ultimately.
Yeah. Grassroots is super important to every card game.
Grassroots is hugely important, but right now, what's more important than Grassroots is making sure people don't die.
Oh, can't believe they've let everyone die. That is so selfish of them.
Anyway, enough of that.